How's everybody doing today? Good. There we go. Pretend like you're motivated. All right. I know it's Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, you know that. I'm Major McNulty. I'm the officer in charge for AMED recruiting. AMED isn't an acronym. It's Army Medical Department. Army, we like our acronym, we like our jargon. So what I do is I recruit doctors, nurses, and PAs for the United States Army. Dentists, physical therapists, pretty much any medical health occupation that you can think of, from microbiologist all the way to entomologist to docs and nurses. What we're here to discuss with you guys predominantly is we have a scholarship program that we pay full medical, or we'll pay for medical school, dental school, vet school. We have a PT program which we will pay for you to go to physical therapy school and get your doctorate. We will pay full tuition. We will pay a stipend of $2,200 a month while you're in school, and we will pay you a $20,000 bonus. That's it in a nutshell. We're going to pay for medical school, dental school, vet school, whichever one you want to go to. We don't care if you want to go to Harvard. We don't care if you want to go to MUSC, as long as it's accredited. You cannot go to St. Kitts School of Medicine in Rio de Janeiro. We're not going to pay for that. That's not to make light of their school. It's just that then you have to come back and go and get an ECFMG, which is a test to get certified here in the States. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn it over, because you guys don't really hear from me because I'm a recruiter. I'm the guy that says, hey, join the Army, and the truth of the matter is you want to hear from people that are your age and are currently on the scholarship, and they can give you some, real question and answers without having that recruiter kind of, oh, that guy's trying to get me, he's trying to, yeah, I got him, kind of stuff. All right, listen, you laugh. We know, we're not completely idiots. So I'm going to turn it over to William and John here real quick.
Okay, so I'm William Moore. I am an M2 at USC. I am on the HPSB scholarship, and this is...
I'm John Mark. I'm an M1, so I just started, and I'm also doing the HPSB.
So, do you have any questions? Anything you want to know? Yes.
Why did you choose HPSB? Well, so I never thought I would join the military at all. My dad was in the military, and I didn't think that was life for me. But at the end of high school, my dad suggested I just apply to West Point, so I did. I wasn't really expecting to go, but when I got accepted, I decided to just give it a shot and ended up staying. So since I wanted to go to med school, I kind of have to do this scholarship as well. So that's why I'm doing it.
I did it because when I looked at the opportunities you get in the Army, you get experience that you don't get in the civilian world, and I want to be a trauma surgeon for orthopedics, so it was going to go in my first back there. So what you'll do is you can start before you get into med school, or you can get your acceptance letter and then decide. I got my acceptance letter and decided to apply, but the best thing to do is to meet with a recruiter. They can answer all the questions about paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork you have to fill out. It can take, it's a lengthy process, so if you're interested, it's better to talk to them early. I got lucky and didn't talk to them until June before I started, and luckily got in and everything before school started. And so try to talk to them early if you want to do it, and if you're interested. It's a lot of paperwork. You have to go to a physical. That's pretty much it. It's just, and then your application gets sent off to a board. The board makes a decision on yes or no, and you find out.
So once you graduate from medical school, how many years do you have to go back to military?
It really depends on your residency. So if you do a 3-year residency, you'll owe 4 years, because you'll owe the 4 years from medical school. But, so for medical school, you gain 4 years of OVAC. And then when you go to residency, you'll do it through the military, and you'll start paying back years from medical school, but you'll gain more years for each year that you're in residency. So if I do orthopedic surgery, that's a 5-year residency, so I get over 5 years after residency.
Have you considered active duty army while you're in school?
No, not right now. We are, the way the scholarship program goes is you're in active ready reserve while you're at school, but you have to do 45 days of active duty every summer, or every year. So your first year, you do the 45 days as officer training in San Antonio, Texas. Your second year, your 45 days are for studying for the boards. So starting in June, I'll get 45 days of active duty pay to sit in a study room in the library and study. Your third year, you kind of do the same thing, I'm pretty sure. No, you do an away rotation. So you'll go to one of the Army hospitals for 45 days, and do one of your rotations there, and then your fourth year, you do the same thing.
So you're basically in the reserve since you graduated medical school, and then you get back, are you in active duty or are you reserve? When you're
I'm
in
pretty sure when you're in
So
residency.
basically, like, once you graduate med school, you're active duty. So right now in medical school, pretty much you don't have to do anything other than just go to class and be a regular med student. The only thing you have to do differently is after the first year, you go to Bullet, which is like basic officer training, and it's like 6 weeks, like you said. And then pretty much after that, it's, I mean, not really anything different than anyone else will be doing, except they'll do an away rotation instead of maybe one here. And the key thing is that you don't pay back the time owed until after residency. So even though we owe 4 years and you're going to be on active duty during residency, it doesn't count as payback time until you finish your residency. And whichever one was longer, that determines how many years you owe back.
Let me expound on that 45-day thing, and I'm just getting paid in the library, because we don't want you to think that we're wasting your tax-paying dollars. And all it is, especially if somebody had a phone or a camera up here, and next thing you know, my boss is going, oh, we're just giving you 45 days of free money? No. Really what that is about is every year you guys are going to study for a boards test. Each year as you go forward. We're giving you that 45 days basically of pay to study for your boards test, or when you're trying to match for your residency. And I know how many juniors and seniors do I have in here right now? Oh, wow. So everybody understands when you get to that level, you're trying to match for your residency. Everybody kind of familiar with the match thing and trying to get, all right, good. So when you try to match, you're trying to go and do for the Army, you're going to do an interview. We're going to fly you out there. We're going to put you on 45 days worth of orders. Wherever you want to try to do your residency, we're going to fly you out there and get you an interview. And that 45 days is really that time where you get to fly to, God willing, Hawaii, which is Tripler, because everybody wants to be stationed in Germany or Hawaii, which I know horrible duty stations. But But anyway, the truth of the matter is that's where you, or Walter Reed, or San Antonio, which again, it's not Hawaii, but it's San Antonio, still not that bad. So that's where we go with the 45 days, and you're getting full pay and allowances, and we're going to bring you on active duty so that you can do your interviews and rotations. So when the match gets ready, they'll process you and take a look, and you actually get to decide, do I really want to go to Tripoli and do the residency there, or do I want to do it in Seattle, which is Fort Tacoma and Fort Madigan, or Madigan Hospital out there.
So is doing your residency, do you have to do it in the Army, or if you want to pay back more years, can you do your residency domestically?
Pretty much like if the military has a residency program, my understanding is you have to do it through the military. If you're doing something crazy, then you could probably do a civilian-sponsored one, but I think you have to owe back more years.
Yeah, I mean, any training that you do for us, so like any civilian corporation, if we're going to pay for the training, we want a return on investment. Our big thing is we don't do a lot of oncology in the Army, so we'll send you out to Johns Hopkins or Stanford or something like that to get your fellowship. You come back, you owe us 2 years. For every year that you're going to get some training, you're going to owe us a year. So it's a one-for-one is what we call it. So, and that happens quite frequently. We have a lot of fellowships that go out to UNC, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, and the trauma guys in D.C., those hospitals in D.C. that gets all the great shots. One of those guys.
And I know that with neurosurge and one other specialty, they have partnerships medical school.
Yeah, yeah.
So, why do you choose the Army over the Navy or the Air Force?
I didn't apply to any of those. Whenever I was going,
I mean, so the Army it's the biggest, has the most options. You have the most opportunities to do what you want to do. Air Force is small and there's no, certainty whether it's gonna, you don't know what's gonna happen with the Air Force. It's generally harder to get into for one, more competitive. Navy has, in my opinion, probably the better locations for stations and such, but, again, if you want the most opportunities, then, Army's the way to go.
the other thing with the Navy is they have what's called a general medical officer, that if you don't get into residency, they'll send you to an internship year, and then you have to do like a 4-year tour as a general medical officer, which the Army doesn't have. And, yeah, like he said, the Army's bigger, so they have more residency spots, they have more residency options, and they have more specialty options.
You know what the percentage is for people who get matched to the residency that they want in the Army?
I do. It's, depending on the residency, it's anywhere from 88 to 92%. And listen, anything that I tell you, not these guys, anything I tell you, Google it, verify what I'm telling you. I'm a recruiter. I'm supposed to give you this pitch. Look it up, man. Average rate for a civilian residency anywhere from 73 to 74%, maybe a little higher every year. The worst we've had is 82%. Most of our guys are going to match, and we match before. We match in December. We do not match, I believe it's usually around March the 19th or 20th.
So you guys do July schedule?
Yeah. So we match up front, so you'll know while you're in med school before everybody else does that you've made your match. You're good to go. So it kind of takes, that last semester. I'm good. But yeah, it really depends on the residency anywhere. But obviously, ortho, it's going to be a little bit lower because everybody, for some reason, everybody must be an ortho doc versus a primary, just a family medicine. So right now, family medicine, we're in the top at 92%. Ortho, we're probably low 80s.
You can easily find that online though. They have charts that show you how many people applied per spot for the residency program in the Army, and I think Ortho last year they had 19 spots, and there was only one extra person who applied. So only one person dropped to get into it.
How competitive is it to get into the program to start out with? Like, what are your chances?
I mean, just for my class, I have no idea, but it doesn't seem like many are that interested or know about it. So, I mean, I don't think there might be in my class like 7 to 8 out of 100 that are even applying. So I wouldn't say it's that competitive. If you can deal with the paperwork, that's probably means you actually want to do it, and it's enough to do it.
That paperwork.
I mean, you have to have a decent GPA, and there are specific scores you have to make on MCAT per section. I don't know what the new MCAT scoring is, because I took